JJ the CPA here. Hope you're doing well. This is vital for you to just make sure, are you taking advantage of this? And I'm just going to show you how you would know if you are or not. So the qualified business income deduction, it's complicated, but to really put it into a nutshell, after 28 years of practicing doing taxes in the trenches, I travel around the nation talking with CPAs and a lot about this subject. But in a nutshell, you take 20% of your net business income and it's not taxable. Yeah, could be almost that easy. If your net income is $100,000 from your business times 20%, then that's a $20,000 qualified business income deduction. That means of your net income, you're getting out of thin air $20,000 deduction, which means that of your net income of $100,000, you'd only be paying tax on $80,000. This is definitely worth you ensuring that it is being taken advantage of on your tax return. Well, how would you know that? Well, this deduction is only on a Form 1040 because the deduction flows down and is at the individual level. So in 2018, it would be, you just look at line 9. Is there a figure there? For 2019, line 10, and in 2020, line 13. If there's not a number there, then you did not take advantage of it. Now, very well may be a reason. If you had a loss from your business, well, you're not going to be able to get that deduction. Maybe if you have a lot of net income or other sources of net income, because it does get phased out, depending on the complexities of it, would then, in essence, maybe be an explanation of why there's not a deduction there. But the key here is to follow up with your tax professional and just say, hey, I did have net business income and I didn't see anything as the deduction on the applicable year line such. Just wanted to make sure that we got it all covered. Can you help me understand why? Simple inquiry on that. So you want to look on your tax return. So net business income would come from Schedule C or Schedule F if you have that, sole proprietorship and farming ranching activities. Or on your individual return, you got to remember I'm simplifying this, but look on Schedule E, page 2. The key here is page 2. So when you're going through your individual return, you would come across and at the top of the form, it would say Schedule E and page 2. Because there's a Schedule E, page 1, and pretty rare that anything on Schedule E, page 1 would be a qualified business income for that deduction. So K1 activity, so if you own an S Corp or a partnership, that's where that K1 net income for ordinary income is going to be reflected. So take a look at this. You don't have to go too far the rabbit hole. You just want to go, well, do I have a business? Did I have net income? Did I see the deduction? No. Then start inquiring why and make sure that you've taken advantage of this. Because really, if all you had was a net income of $100,000, really no other income, it is just that simple. If you had net income of $100,000 in this area times 20%, you'd see a $20,000 qualified business income deduction on line 9, 10, or 13. Yes, those that are astute and are aware of this, that are peeking in on this video, this is limited to your tax. It is limited to 20% of your taxable income. I get it, but what I want to clarify for you is don't get bogged down in the details. Make sure, is there a number there or not? And if not, why? And if the figure's not what you think, then ask why. Your tax professionals would be more than happy to walk through that with you. What I want to make sure is that you're not losing a $20,000 deduction. And then for those of you that are aware of this subject, you know that it is complicated, but at the end of the day, we want to make sure that everybody's taking advantage of this. All right, hey, thanks for tuning in. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. And then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me. And you can take a screenshot of this if you'd like real quick to just refer back to to know then what line items, but it'll clearly state qualified business income deduction on your Form 1040 for these years on that line item. Have a great one.